Last week, the United Artists Cinema chain agreed to make 300 of its theaters more accessible to people with disabilities. Also, disabled patrons will no longer have to buy an extra ticket for their wheelchair. Good. About time they overturn that barbaric practice. Okay. Grocery and department stores across America have added reserved parking spaces for expectant mothers. Especially excited about this innovation are handicapped drivers, who will finally get to park in someone else's space. Meanwhile, 5,000 disabled Americans were in Washington last week to protest doctor-assisted suicide. On a sad note, the demonstration turned ugly when all 5,000 disabled people fought over 2 handicapped parking spaces. I told you, it was sad. It was announced last week that New Jersey is to be the site of the 2014 Special Olympics. The games will feature over 3,500 athletes competing for 2 parking spots.
Meet anybody, any heroes of yours, any big celebrities?
Yeah, I met Larry Flint. He's not my hero, but he's a guy. He's a famous guy.
Sure, he's famous. He's well known.
Yeah, I enjoy meeting famous guys,
sure.
You know. And he came out, he's in a wheelchair, and he talks like this. He goes, "Wah, wah." But he was, it's not his fault. It's not his fault.
No, I know.
He was shot. So Larry Flint was there, right? So afterwards, I went up to Larry Flint, and I'm very uncomfortable around anyone's in a wheelchair.
Right.
Or any sick person.
You're worried about it. You don't know what to say. You don't know if to address it or not.
Yeah, and I'm worried about my own mortality.
You think it's almost infectious?
Yes, I really do believe that they don't tell you how many contagious things there are. He said, because I was in the movie The People Against Larry Flint.
Versus Larry. You were in the movie! The People versus, it was a famous movie and you're in it.
I was in it. I was one of the people that was versing him.
Okay.
So I said to him, he said to me, hey, yeah, he's a good guy. He's a good guy. So I got close up to him, which you have to do with these fellas, and I said, "Hi, Larry," and he said, "Hi." So I said, "No, of course." I just agreed with him. Anyways, he said to me, he said, "Whenever you're out in California, come on over, I'll take care of you." No, but this is what he said to me, Conan. He goes, "Hey," he goes, "when you're in Los Angeles, you know," I told him I was coming to Los Angeles. He goes, "When you're in Los Angeles," he goes, "look me up." He goes, "I'll take care of you."
Whenever people say that, you think, like, that means nothing, but coming from him.
Now, my Uncle Basil, if he said, "Hey, anytime you're in the Ottawa Valley, come on over, I'll take care of you," that would mean he would make me a nice mincemeat pie, you know, and Aunt Ida would play on the piano, and it'd be a heck of a thing. But when Larry Flint says, "I'll take care of you," I assume that means I'll be having sex with an odd-looking lady, and then he'll come in whacking off on his wheelchair.
Well,
But he's a wonderful guy. Like if my Uncle Phil told me that from Minneapolis,
yeah,
I'd think if he went, "Hey, I'll take care of you when you come to Minneapolis," that means like I'll make you a nice chicken pot pie. You know? But Larry Flint, that means, you know, I'll get you a couple of hot, dirty broads, you know, and then while you're having sex with them, I'll come into my wheelchair. You know? Who knows what it means?
Okay.
You say I don't listen. I tell you I try. And we both got our own problems, but I still try.
I think the supplementary edition of a masturbating, voyeuristic, bewheeled Larry Flint is that's conjecture. But I think what is reasonable, Norm, is that him saying, "I'll take care of you," because if it was like a man that ran like a vegetable store, "I'll take care of you," you might think that you're going to get some beets, some juices. I don't think you'd be paying for the pornography. I think a friendship with Larry is a portal to pornography.
Oh, absolutely.
A portal.
I see.
Right. Norm used to do a lot of jokes about that, going back in time to kill Hitler.
Yeah,
but he said like he just thinks he would go back and he would be converted. He would just fall into the gaze of his dark black eyes.
Dude, the
People always fucking want to murder Hitler with their time machine, right? But then I feel if I got back there, I'd be afraid of falling under the spell of his fucking beautiful eyes.
It's true. You
and
want
oratory, and then,
be locked in the gaze.
yeah, and then I join the fucking party,
That's
knowing
his
me.
thing. He gives you his full attention. You're like, whoa, wait a minute. Maybe there's
Norm,
something to this guy.
No, but before you ask another
420 is one of my favorite comedy clips.
We came up with that on the way to the studio.
It's
we were just
so
like,
good.
I was like,
Dude, you know what I'm talking about? It's 420 on their podcast, him and Norm's podcast.
we were
And Norm's like, look, he's like 420, and he's like, you're saying it's about smoking weed.
Yeah. So this is what they say. 420 is a code term used primarily in North America that refers to the consumption of cannabis and, by extension, a way to identify oneself with cannabis subculture.
He goes to the Wikipedia and he's like, oh, look at that. It was a statesman from Austria.
Yeah, I remember
And then he
that.
starts reading about it. And then he's like, he did this.
Odd-looking duck.
Odd looking duck, but he has black eyes. Yeah. And then he goes, oh, hold the fort. Hated Jews. And then you go, well, he's dead. He goes, I didn't even know he was sick. It's so good, dude.
That's not what mine says.
What does yours say?
Mine says 420 was the birthday of Austrian-born German politician and the leader of the National Socialist German Workers' Party. A fella went by the name of Adolf Hitler. But this guy, there's a picture of him. Adolf Hitler, very compelling kind of a figure. Odd-looking duck. But there's something about his eyes. Hypnotic. His eyes are almost entirely black. He was a decorated veteran of World War I. And he joined the war. Hold the fort. He hated Jews.
How funny was it? The 9/11 Airlines.
Oh my God!
How'd you
that
sit
was
through
great.
this?
I
How do you
don't
do
know.
this? 9/11 Airlines. He's like,
Hey, for the 9th consecutive year, Nick, JetBlue Airlines ranked first for satisfaction among all North American airlines. But you know what ranked least in satisfaction? 9/11 Airlines. What a terrible name for an airline. It reminds me of that tragedy. Oh, 9/11. Yeah, don't laugh at 9/11 again.
I was drudging through blood and bones in Manhattan to find my brother. It turns out he was in Northern Canada. 9/11 Airlines reminds me of that tragedy. You know what the #1 worst airline was? 9/11 Airlines. It reminds me of that tragedy. Dude.
I tried to tell him not to
go,
laugh.
Adam.
I know. I walked through blood and bones in the streets of Manhattan trying to find my brother.
Jesus.
Yeah, he was in northern Canada.
Is that when we just started, when we
was
looked at
you
each
and
other
Swardson.
and just started
Yeah,
laughing?
everyone was just like, what the fuck?
Were you in New York when the Twin Towers fell?
No, I was in Los Angeles.
Well, either way, it was a national tragedy. It was.
Yeah, I know.
9/11. We're gonna go to hell.
The hole you can get into on YouTube with all of his
Of
stuff,
Norm?
it's just crazy.
Oh, he was my favorite comic of all time.
It's
He
fucked up.
was. Have you been watching Bernie Mac though?
I
Check
mean,
out
I do
Bernie
love
Mac.
fucking Bernie Mac.
Bernie Mac, dude. Obviously Norm.
Yeah, but Norm, even before I ever met the guy, he was always my favorite
Yeah.
comic. I thought he was brilliant.
Do you want to hear my impression of
That's going to be you if you don't lose weight.
You want to hear my impression of the 9/11 call from Johnny Carson?
911 call.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But 9/11 was a national tragedy.
Yes, it was.
Why do you laugh at that?
You said it.
Johnny Carson died at 80 years old.
Okay, Johnny Carson died at 80 years old. Would you like to hear my impression? Got some jokes.
All right, but
that's all right.
But you know, are these street jokes?
No.
So you wrote them?
They're not. Someone wrote them.
Some of them wrote that you know.
Yeah, some people in this
Okay,
world.
cool. When you're single trying to attract a partner, it's important to project the qualities you desire, which I understand, but boy, oh boy, have I had to suck a lot of dick lately.
That's sort of like a Bobby Lee joke.
It is a lot like a Bobby Lee.
All right.
I went out to buy a California Pizza Kitchen signature pepperoni frozen flatbread, and by the time I got home, it was perfectly cooked and entirely eaten. 100% true.
Oh, you ate it. See, I love
Wait,
Bobby
stop.
laughs. I love that he laughs. It's just weird, right? Just some of them are odd. I'm not going to lie to you.
This is a joke.
Well, some of them.
But this is a joke.
I think technically.
Like an observational joke? I signed up for my company's 401k, but I don't think I can run that far.
It is a long way. Wait, I got to get one that's going to make Bobby happy. I don't like when he scowls after that. You ever hear of steampunk?
Yeah, I like it.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Well, there's a joke for you.
I wouldn't call myself a fan of steampunk, but I will say it's the healthiest way to prepare punk. There is an Asian guy in Texas, right? This guy, his name is Mark. He taught Pablo Francisco how to do impressions back in the 90s, late 90s. Wow. For many years, 15 years, his stage name was Chinaman.
As racial, I should say, epithets go,
yeah.
That seems to me to be the least offensive one. Because it's literally man from China.
I know.
I
know. I think Chinaman is it's okay.
Except if it refers to all Asians.
Yeah, that's the problem.
But as an epithet, though, don't you think Chinaman is the least offensive?
I do. I
man
mean,
from China.
Unless it's a woman, but
yeah.
But
then, but
then you'd say Chinaman woman.
Chinaman woman.
But it's literally man from China.
I couldn't agree more. I'm not.
Also, dude, Chinaman is not the preferred nomenclature. Asian American, please.
Walter, this isn't a guy who built the railroads here. This is a guy.
What the fuck are you?
Because what about this? If you say Asian, right? Then that's everybody from that entire continent.
It's more specific.
Meanwhile, Chinese hate Japanese.
Well, I mean, you're now one. Okay.
Well, I mean, they raped their Nanking.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't see it, but I heard about it.
You don't forget that. Somebody rapes your Nanking.
Why isn't that in USA Today?
Yeah, it's in USA Today. Bob Hope, make God laugh. So I stopped. I'm like, hey, Jamie, Bob Hope never played the fucking Laugh Factory. And he's like, oh yeah. I'm like, what? And he's like, one time he came in, man, and he said to me, can I do 5 minutes? I say, can you do 5 minutes? You Bob Hope.
Is he Chinese?
I know, I can't do him. Every time I do him, people say that sounds like a Chinaman. And I go, that's not a nice thing to call Asians. You know? Why do people do that?
Tell me some of the Asian things that, like, you know.
Like what you would call a guy.
Small penis?
No, like
names.
Names, yeah.
Oh, well, yellow. Yeah.
Yellow?
Yeah.
Who says that?
Who says yellow?
You're a coward.
Hey, yellow.
No, that's yeller.
You're yeller.
Yeah.
I've never heard of yellow.
No, I never.
That's our skin color, but.
Yeah, yellow man.
That's just what
yellow
you
man,
say.
that's what you say.
God,
you made that up.
Oh, no,
Hey, yellow man, get out of my bar. I've never heard that. Do you know all the racial things against Asians? Yeah, can you tell me them?
Well,
I love when the
Guy Aoki got mad at me one time.
Why?
He's the head of the guys that get defended in terms of Asians.
Tell me some.
Well, he knows them the best.
Yeah.
What about this? I call it the G word. The G word.
Do you know the G one?
Oh, gook?
Yes.
Well, you just said that like it came out so naturally.
Oh no, you're right about
you just said it just like secondhand.
I thought it was a term. I thought it was a term of endearment.
It's not. But can I tell you guys?
Well,
The search continues in the Indian Ocean for the Malaysian Airlines Flight 370 as they listen and try to follow the pings. These guys sound like me always listening for pings. The pings are my Chinese neighbors. Jim and Ellen Ping. Nice people, nice folks. Nice folks. Jim.
Is what you said their neighbor was? Jim Ping?
That is my neighbor. A nice fella.
Nice guy?
Let me as abacus.
I want to do this.
Jesus.
Oh, come on. That's not a Chinese guy.
I wasn't saying it was.
That was kind of
What are you,
racist.
Mickey Rooney?
Hey, come on.
I know he's dead,
Have a
but
little
Mickey Rooney
respect.
did a very racist thing like you just did in a movie called Breakfast at Tiffany's by the wonderful Truman Capote.
I wasn't doing anything racist, and you know it. But go ahead.
On the subject of SNL, and it's sweet when you took over for Norm, and Gilbert and I haven't said anything. Gilbert, I don't know, have you spoken publicly since Norm passed about him, Gil?
I don't know if
We haven't said anything on this show, which we would like to do now. You both knew him well, but the bartender speech when you took over, and obviously it was a very awkward period for you.
Oh God!
To be stepping into that role, and also a friend's job.
Yes, yeah. It was like we lived in the same building too.
You know how you go to your favorite bar and your local bartender isn't there? You ask, where's Jeff? Jeff no longer works here, I'm Steve. And you're thinking, hey, who's this idiot? I like Jeff, but you still want your drink? And even though Steve doesn't mix your drink the same way you're used to, like Jeff, you still like the bar, you don't have to go to a different bar. And even Steve might feel kind of bad because Jeff trained him.
Did he ever say anything to you about that? Did he ever give you a blessing?
He was so but he was so classy in not saying anything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's all.
You have that great I'm Steve, what can I get you?
Yeah.
The bartender piece.
Well, I'm Steve. What can I get you?
But I wish it would have stayed the way it was. But, you know, it is what it is. But, yeah, Norm is, he's so funny. He was so distinctively funny. You
Nobody liked him, really.
No, he had his own thing. You know what I mean? He was just very, well, like Gilbert. I mean, they just have their own, they march to their own drummer, even in a business where everybody marches to their own drummer. They both have that, you know, idiosyncratic thing where it just be like, this is how I am, and that's it. And it's great. But, you know, you have to tune to their frequency. You know, it's not like you can just, you know.
You know what's funny about that first update you did? Here's Norm being fired, as we all know, by Don Ohlmeyer,
right?
Because of cutting too close to the bone with the OJ jokes. When in fact he was doing a public service by telling those OJ jokes. And I'm watching you do your first update. There's an OJ joke. It's like the third joke.
Yeah.
In the February issue of Esquire magazine, O.J. Simpson said that if I had killed Nicole, it would have been because I loved her very much. And then he said, and if I had killed Ron Goldman, it would have been because he accidentally witnessed me loving Nicole very much. Somebody should buy this guy a John Gray book, all right?
You shook his hand once? OJ? Getting out of a car?
Well,
he was getting out of a limo?
He was getting out of a limo middle of the afternoon. And I have no psychic energy. I've never had those kinds of things, you know. But for whatever reason, this was in an afternoon. He's getting out of a limo with a girl. It's spring break. It's packed with people. It's Florida. And they're like, hey, do you want to meet OJ? I go, yeah, OJ. It's greatest running back of all time. You know, great, charming movie star. I shake his hand. He shakes my hand. And he's not even looking at me. He's looking past me. And he shakes my hand. And I felt like a joke of like evil. I swear to God.
It's like the Dead Zone.
That's what it was like. That's what it was like. And I was like, I go, that was weird, OJ. I love OJ. Well, that was weird energy, you know.
Wow. So you picked up on something.
I feel like I did, you know. It's, of course, in retrospect, but I remember telling people at the time, so.
I was also fond of, going back to your SNL bits, Colin Quinn explains the New York Times.
Yeah, that was a good one.
And the St. Pat's editorial and Joe Blow. You look like you were having fun, and the best stuff is you and Norm together.
That's right. That's right.
There's obviously an affection that comes across on the screen.
Yes, yeah, and that was the early days of it. It was great.
I'm sorry we never managed to get him here. We tried, and for whatever reason, he was as elusive as you.
He's more elusive. He's like,
he was.
I love to do it. I love to. You're like, oh, good. How about next week? Yes. What day? And you're like, okay. Yeah. He's like, all right, call him and we'll set it up. Next week is perfect because I'm doing this. And you're like, hey, I'll say Norm. Years later, what happened? What? I thought I was going to come on your show. What happened? It's like, oh, Jesus, Norm.
Well, like you say, march to his own drum.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember meeting OJ at a party years ago, and it turns out he was a fan.
Uh-oh.
And he did an imitation of me, and to this day, I wish I had like that on film.
Of
course. It would be like Charles Manson doing an imitation.
Yeah. Yeah. But I wonder if people, like you say, you don't like people who are not hardworking. I wonder, are there people who worked as hard as Steve did and does?
I was thinking when I said it that there's an exception. I know we're both admirers of Norm MacDonald, and he seems sometimes like someone who has something. It's his cadence. It's the way he talks. I don't know if he's a hardworking comic, but God, he makes me laugh. Mm-hmm. And his cadence, something is just wrong about it, you know?
But I love Norm, and my guess is, what I know of Norm is that he may not be working hard.
No.
But what he has is the same result as somebody who's worked hard.
Yes, yeah.
Which is, again, enviable, admirable. But God, he makes me laugh. And I happened across some of his time on Weekend Update.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
When you watch it now, you realize Norm just didn't care if it got a laugh.
No. And he didn't.
Yeah.
He didn't care. And he had a joke. I think Downey wrote the joke. It was during the OJ trial. And there's a picture of Johnny Cochran holding up the knit cap with OJ sitting next to him. And God, no one could do this but Norm. Norm said, a little bit of a wrinkle for OJ in the trial today. Johnny Cochran stood up and held the knit cap that was found at the scene of the double murders when OJ jumped up and said, hey, careful with that. That's my lucky stabbing cap. Who else could do that?
Right.
And he doesn't. And if it got nothing, he would stare.
Yeah.
And tell you your problem. Yeah. I thought that was one of the best. Dark but fantastic,
right.
and also no one could do it but him.
No, that's what I was going to say. I would, if somebody had pitched that joke to me at the height of the OJ trial, I would have laughed and not done it. Would you have done that joke?
No, I would not have done that.
Yeah.
I would have been queasy and it's tragedy and it was theater of some kind, theater of the absurd.
But the delivery, the persona, and the material, it's
perfect,
powerful. Yeah.
Obviously, a lot of entertaining celebrities, but Norm MacDonald used to come on our show in the early days, and those were, I thought, great television because we never knew it was happening, and it was always teetering on the edge of it was all about to blow up. It's all about to fail, and it would always end brilliantly. And then he stopped coming around, and it was just a period that passed. And I was always sad about that because I thought we're a very celebrity-conscious age, and people always think that the best guests are the biggest celebrities. Sometimes, the best guests are these people that you have a weird connection with, and it's compelling television. People see and they talk to me about it later on. Like I'll be out in the world walking around and people will say, I saw that when you were with Harlan or when you were with Norm or with Ron. That really got that got wild and crazy in a way that they don't see on television now.
Have you, over the years, who are some of the people who have been your go-to people that I just remember Dave in his early years had Terry Garr and he had Sandra Bernhard.
Yes.
And they were kind of magic together. Who are your...
I had so many people. Norm MacDonald was this person who would come, you all know Norm MacDonald, but Norm MacDonald, when we'd have him on in the early days, to this day I've never interviewed anybody like Norm MacDonald.
Who was the best guest that you've ever interviewed, and who was the worst?
I love Will Ferrell. I also love Norm MacDonald because he comes on and his stories are all invented. None of them are real. They're all old farmers' daughters jokes. And he pretends he'll come on. I'll say, "What's up, Norm?" He'd be like, the other day I was walking down the road and a pirate comes up to, I'm like, "What?" Yeah, a pirate comes along and he's got 3 pigs with him. One of them is wearing a hat, one's got a pipe, and then it's just a complete waste of everybody's time that's absolutely delightful and hilarious. And so I love him.
Your favorite guests are always like the Bill Burr, Norm MacDonald.
Yes.
This might go off the rails really fast.
I
type
mean,
of guys.
yeah. I mean, Norm MacDonald, one of the great talk show guests of all time. He invented something that no, Norm MacDonald invented this amazing thing that I've never seen anybody do before or since. It's kind of like he split the atom. It was that revolutionary. Norm would come on and he would, instead of telling you a real story, like if I had you on the show and you're like, "Hey, Bill, tell me, well, and remember when I was living in Chestnut Hill once," and you would tell a real story about what happened to you in your life. Norm tells old jokes as stories that happened to him.
Yeah.
So I'd be like, "Norm, what are you up to?" And I mean, really old jokes from like the 1920s. And he'd be like, "Well, Conan, I don't know if you're aware that I purchased a farm, Conan." I'd be like, "Really? You purchased a..." Yeah, I purchased a farm. Of course, I have 3 daughters. And I'm like, "You have 3 daughters?" "Yeah, I have 3 daughters on the farm. One very attractive, one not as attractive, and of course the third not, kind of, well, she's ugly, Conan. She's ugly." And I'd be like, "Well, one day, this traveling salesman comes to the farm, and he says, now, Norm, I tell you. And then it's like he's telling an old traveling salesman joke.
Yeah. But about halfway through where it's going.
I mean, I usually know. I know kind of what he's doing. I'm laughing that he has the balls to do this. I'm laughing at the audacity. So I don't even care if this joke lands or not. I'm laughing that he's committing to the fact that, no, he doesn't have a farm. He doesn't have 3 daughters. There's no traveling salesman. But he doesn't care in a way that is exhilarating and scary at the same time. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. And plus, he probably has some people in the audience who are taking completely seriously, right?
Yes. Yeah. He's got some people thinking.
We call them tourists.
Yes, we call them. They're usually from San Bernardino.
Well, Norm had the greatest talk show moment in the history of talk shows with Courtney Thorne-Smith.
That was epic. That was so great. And it's funny because
it's lived on. Who knew that we were going to have YouTube eventually where we could just queue it up on command?
God bless YouTube. I had no idea when those things were happening. I thought, we're talking 1993, 94. When those things were happening, I thought, what did I know? I just thought if you were up and you saw it, that means you saw you saw an amazing thing happen. And if you, and then maybe if I get to stay on the air long enough, we'll have a 1-year anniversary show and maybe you'll see it then. But if you're not there for that, it's gone. And now I meet people, that around the world that will say, "Oh, I just saw that thing with you and Norm and Courtney Thorne-Smith." And I'll think, that was a moment of my life when I was 30.
Yeah.
And I'm like 85 now.
Norm used to say the same thing to me every time, and it made me laugh every single time he'd see me. He'd walk up and he'd go, don't tell me, don't tell me, don't tell me. You're on a show. And it's a big show, but don't tell me, don't tell me. And your last name's Collier. Hold on, don't tell me, don't tell me. It's a show, and you're on with some kids, and that's it. That's all I got. Your name's Collier, right? Every time he would say the same thing to me, and it made me laugh because I know I'd seen Norm coming, and I'd go, here he goes. He said, don't tell me. As soon as he said, don't tell me, I just couldn't stop laughing.
I'm scared of letting go, go. I'm scared of letting go, go. I'm scared of letting go. I'm scared of letting go of everything in the past. I'm scared of letting
You know him as Super Dave Osborne, but we've been brothers our whole lives. People don't realize our last name is actually Einstein. So Dave Einstein, Bob Einstein, you're Dave, I'm all right. Bob, what are your memories of Dad and the radio show? Because Mom didn't think it was funny, and
Our father was a wonderful man. He was the first man that I ever saw actually going to work with banana peels actually in his slippers. It was a wonderful, wonderful trick. I tried it years later. It never worked for me. That was the brilliance of our father.
You kept falling down.
I did.
Yeah.
Yes, it was just
He
one
could
of those,
ride a bike with the bananas in his slippers.
He could do anything with bananas, and that was what our mother loved about him.
I always thought it was the cheese. I thought she loved the cheese.
Well, she did. She loved cheese. She loved bananas. She loved cheese on bananas, and I think that is one of those moments that I really don't want to touch. That's really, I think, between our parents.
You're probably right.
Hey, what about this? Super Dave has been on the phone with me.
Super Dave
backstage.
Osborne?
The great Super Dave Osborne.
Yes.
And he's been on the phone while I'm trying to get ready to come out here.
Yes,
he keeps phoning me.
That's what he does.
And he goes, this is what you do. You walk out. You're wearing a pompadour. You just look at Jimmy. You don't say a thing for 5 minutes.
This is why we never invite him back anymore.
He says, let me ask you a question. It's 4th down and 1. You're at the 1 yard line. You have the choice. You can head it to O.J. Simpson, Jim Brown, or Emmett Smith. I'd go with Rosie O'Donnell. Then you got Kirstie Alley in the hole and Wendy O. Williams behind her. Wendy O. Williams is the...
Wendy O. Williams? He's a punk singer or something, right?
No, I think he was not Wendy Williams, but he said, Wendy O. Williams is the lone second. I think he was a little confused.
I had a bar mitzvah, Norm.
Yeah. You did?
Yeah.
Wait, are you Jewish?
Yes.
Get the fuck out of here. No, I'm kidding. I love the Jewish people. No, I didn't know you had a bar mitzvah.
Yeah.
That's when you turn 13 and they cut part of your cock off.
No.
What is it again?
No.
You cut your own cock off.
Wait, hold on. Are you
in
Jewish?
front of all your grandparents and am I? Yeah, I am.
What kind of bar mitzvah did you have?
It was the most cutting edge. You know what I mean?
If they define a chromosome as
or a
saying
gene,
that you're gay or a gene, that would be abnormal. How would the gay community?
It wouldn't be called abnormal. It would be called different. It wouldn't be called abnormal.
Wow.
Maybe the abnormal gene would be hetero.
That's true. Hey, maybe the normal gene would be those
Maybe
ladies
it would be
that
normal to be gay.
that cut their cocks into vaginas.
No.
A Florida University student was caught streaking on campus and apparently told police he was on acid and asked them to cut his dick off. Boy, these kids today are crazy. In my day, we didn't need drugs. We would just cut our own dicks off.
Yeah, you didn't need no fucking acid and shit. This reminds me of your kind of joke.
All right.
Just from hearing you read jokes.
Oh, I like this. I like the theme that this one has. A man in Taiwan reportedly cut off his own penis to win an argument with his wife. That reminds me of that episode of Everybody Loves Raymond, where Raymond forgot Deborah's birthday and had to cut his own cock off. Game of Thrones, that guy's getting his penis cut off, if you guys
Everybody. Is there?
Yeah, this guy got his penis cut off.
To turn into a vagina? Fashion into a vagina?
I don't think they had medieval sexual
Oh, that's in the old days?
Oh, yeah. It's like medieval.
Oh.
But it'd be cool if they did experiment with genital altercations back then.
Yeah.
I've been searching for what's missing, but the answer.
Isn't it weird that you can go to a doctor and go, you know how I have a cock?
Where are you going with this?
It's not real. I shouldn't have a cock.
I'm bored.
Do you mind cutting it? And because I've always intuitively believed that.
So the best is like when you want to go back after like 5 months. You're like, you know, I had a cock and then you gave me a pussy.
Which didn't work.
The pussy was fun. Can I get my cock back? You still have it?
Guy's like, you betcha. He started by cutting Yoon's penis off, leading to his lover bleeding out live on a videotape. Magnotta then went to his kitchen and placed his boyfriend's penis into a skillet, frying it until it was golden brown. While taking his last breath, Yoon witnessed his supposed soulmate feast on his genitals. After Yoon had perished, Magnotta began dismembering him, sending packages of his... I mean, this guy was a real jerk. Here we go. The final joke.
Okay.
Good night, everybody.
This year's most popular iPhone game is Clash of the Clans.
Clash of the Clan, the most popular iPhone game.
The least popular iPhone game, Cut My Cock Off.
Oh, my Lord. That's what you chose? Is the final joke?
You chose it.
And since I've gained it, I sweat like a like a whore in church. I don't mean to be
what?
I don't mean to be filthy, but
a whore in church.
Yeah, she's nervous, so she sweats because
sweating like a Chris Dorner in a Big Bear cabin.
Okay, come on.
Well, I'm just
that's racist. Oh, good morning, whores. Listen, Mary. Let me talk to the whore. Is she around?
Who?
The whore. I think her name was Leeka or Lisi or something. It was one of them weird names.
I want to kill Leisha.
Well, she better be careful then. Hey, wait a minute. Leisha, that's the whore. No, you can't kill her. Listen, Margaret, put on the whore. No, I thought she was a whore. I could have got my nose bit off by a Saigon whore. Got some news for you, whore. I'm packing up and moving out of this dump. Oh, fine. Broads like you are a dime a dozen. I'll see you in hell, baby. That's still cute?
Mm-hmm.
Did I say baby? I meant dirty whore. Hey, Shelley. Shelley, don't forget that old saying about firemen. Don't be such a huge whore. Well, yeah, but you get the idea, right? That she was a huge whore?
Yes, I got that.
She also said, don't fall for any old whore like your daddy did. Lori, I mean, you have to admit, you come off a bit of a whore in this whole thing. Hey, well, don't forget your huge collection of Mardi Gras beads, whore. Who do you love?
Kevin,
you gold-digging whore! Look, Taylor, I don't think you understand. You're a huge whore. Which just goes to show you, Madonna's a whore. And in the worst job category, last year's winner, crack whore, has lost its spot. The new worst job is assistant crack whore.
Connected to our senses. Found a way to let you in. We share.
There's only one occupation where the person does not keep his job when he
Wins the lottery.
wins the lottery. You know what that occupation is?
No.
Crack whore.
That was amazing. You pulled it out. I was worried about you for a minute. I thought you were in deep trouble. I thought you might get backed into a corner, have a lot more pressure on you, and then not have anything.
I know.
But the pitch came in low and towards the middle, and you put it out of the park.
No, I didn't.
What are you talking about? When people hear crack whore, they just start laughing. That's just the reaction people have.
It's got birds fly in and sing a song.
Earlier today, the biggest auction ever of Beatles memorabilia took place in Tokyo. Among the one-of-a-kind items on the block were Paul McCartney's birth certificate, a white Mercedes-Benz owned by John Lennon, and rarest of all, a photo of George Harrison not looking haggard. Have you ever seen one when you think about it? In a recent interview, Paul McCartney confessed that Bob Dylan turned the Beatles on to marijuana. In return, George Harrison turned Dylan on to looking old and haggard.
I've never seen a picture of George Harrison not haggard.
He's somewhere, he's be-haggard. He's like beleaguered and haggard. Like he's haggard with a beleaguered
Be-haggard?
thought. Yeah.
Well, a big seller this holiday season is Michael Bolton's Christmas album, This Is the Time. Happy birthday, Jesus. Hope you like crap.
Norm, I think, has one of the best lines that probably I only appreciate on network TV history when he was hosting SNL, and he was talking about the new Michael Bolton Christmas album. Do you remember the line, Norm?
Happy birthday, Jesus. Hope you like crap.
Kills me to this day.
It was funny because that joke was originally supposed to be about Mariah Carey, but she had some boyfriend that was some crazy, dangerous guy, and everybody was afraid.
And you figured in an alley you could take a Michael Bolton.
Yeah, exactly.
Although I think Bolton kind of made amends a little bit by appearing in that recent SNL skit.
Hysterical. He's hysterical.
Oh, that was hilarious.
Funny.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
That was good.
And he has a great voice.
He does.
I didn't know.
And the song was kind of catchy. The SNL song was pretty good.
Yeah, yeah. In stock market news this week, April's three biggest losers were Cantab Pharmaceuticals, Champion Enterprises, and Crapco, which manufactures crap. And also crap-related items, most recently Mariah Carey's Christmas album. Kenny G has a Christmas album out this year. Hey, happy birthday, Jesus. Hope you like crap. Well, I don't know. Playing in a music store in New York this week, Kenny G set a world record by holding a saxophone note for 45 minutes. While he did warn spectators that it would be quite boring, it should be noted that it is every bit as boring to hear Kenny G play different saxophone notes for 45 minutes. This week, CBS aired the Martha Stewart Christmas special, in which she demonstrated that with an old soup can, some used tea bags, some string, and some sparkles, you can make a useless piece of crap. Martha Stewart is here, and she wanted me to tell you, don't let the busboys clear your table off tonight, because a little later Martha will come up here, and she's going to show us how to take those old discarded fish bones and make a beautiful birdhouse. So... That's nice. The New York Public Interest Research Group has unveiled its 10th annual list of dangerous toys for the upcoming Christmas season. Topping the list this year, baby's first circular saw. Well, the annual list of most dangerous holiday toys is out. Number 1 this year, Mattel's Eye Poker Outer. Well, the U.S. Safety Commission has issued a list of unsafe Christmas toys. Topping the list this year, Mattel's gasoline-powered sharp thing. And finally, the number 1 selling doll this Christmas is Tickle Me Elmo. And the least popular selling doll, you guessed it, Tickle Me Frank Stallone. Jesus. Scientists have created a genetically superior Christmas tree that will be taller, stronger, and tougher than other trees. One downside, if you don't like your presents, it will kill you. It's a hell of a downside there. And finally, this Christmas, Santa Claus will be starting a new look at up-to-date shopping malls around the country. They will now feature black Santas, Asian Santas, Hispanic Santas, and even Middle Eastern Santas. It is all part of a program to make little children cry. And finally, next week, Christians everywhere will be celebrating Christmas, or, as people born on December the 25th call it, screwed out of a present day.
To our senses. Found a way to let you in.
Where are you going here? You're going to Cobb's in San Francisco. What do you like to do during the days in San Fran to unwind? Do you go?
I just work on my ventriloquism.
Oh, how's that going, Norm?
It's going great, man. I thought Rusty and I would do a little holiday song for you.
Oh, you're kidding me. Let me kick back here and put my feet up in front of the fire, you and Rusty. Which puppet is Rusty? Refresh me.
Rusty's just my friend. You know, I'm having a lot of trouble with my cranky old man. I don't know if you remember old Alec Majerison, the virulent anti-Semite.
Yeah, sure, I remember. What, are you kidding me? I have a plaque commemorating my first meeting.
I'm trying to get rid of that guy because you know he's a Holocaust denier. That's no secret. He's an enthusiastic Holocaust denier, and I've had it up to here with this character. You know, the man, he's just a waste of wood. But I don't know what to do. One of my Jewish friends suggested that, why don't I just throw them in a fire and burn them? But I say 2 wrongs don't make a right. We're not here to talk about that. Let me get Rusty out here. Rusty, say hello to Dennis.
Hey, Dennis, how are you?
Hey, Rusty.
What?
Hi, Rusty.
Who's the dummy here, me or you?
It's me.
It sounds like it's you.
I'm sorry, Rusty. Let me give you my man voice. Hey, Rusty, how are you doing?
Yeah, dummy. Hey, come on now, Rusty. That's ridiculous.
Calling Dennis Miller a dummy on his own radio program.
Now, can I jump in here for a second and tell you, here's how crazy Norm is. I'm sitting here believing that he actually has a puppet. Like, it's not enough for him to fake the puppet act on the radio and over the phone. You did pull out a puppet and have it on your arm right now, don't you?
Of course I have my pal Rusty here. Yeah.
What do you boys have planned for us today, Rusty, Norm?
We're going to do a song, according to this dummy. Would you stop calling me that? You're the dummy. You're the dummy.
Now listen, we're going to do a song, a beautiful song. Why? By the way, Rusty, what are you doing for Christmas? Are you going to see your family? Oh, sure. In my family tree, it's an actual tree. Okay, now that's just ridiculous.
You're actually overlapping dialogue here, Norm. You're not even putting a second between you and the puppet's voice.
Now, Rusty, are you ready to sing that song with me? Sure.
There you go.
Okay, I'll start. Here we go. Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose. And if you ever saw him, you would say that he was a drunk. Hey, come on! Well, that's ridiculous.
What the?
Come on now, don't ruin this. Is a classic. I'm sorry. All right, now let's continue. Then one foggy Christmas Eve, Santa came to town. Rudolph, with your nose so bright, have you been drinking some bathtub gin? What? Okay, now that's enough. That's way beyond the pale.
Stop it, Rusty. Stop.
I wish you'd kick the bucket. Like what? Kick the bucket. What are you talking about? You said tail. Bucket. It's a synonym. Okay, all right. Yeah, that's right. Okay, now that's ridiculous. You're the dummy. Okay.
Stop.
I'm sorry, Dennis. This is going nowhere. This is ridiculous. I apologize for Rusty. I can't go on with this. This is just an abuse to the whole idea.
All right. Now, what separates Rusty's old man voice from the old Holocaust denier's voice? What? Give me that voice.
You don't want to hear from him, do you?
Well, I know Rusty's just whetted the palate for a little more puppetry.
I swore I'd never use this guy.
It's like the Stones doing "Sympathy for the Devil" after Altamont. I
There we
never
go.
thought I'd
Alec,
see you play it.
Alec, how are you?
Mm-hmm.
I'm okay, I guess. Yeah, I suppose. What do you think of this Christmas? What do I think of it? I'm not going to celebrate no holiday where a bunch of bearded New Yorkers killed our savior. Hey, come on now. You're going back in the case. I'm sorry, Dennis.
Oh, Norm, you didn't quite have control of the posse today, but I realize it's the holidays are amongst us, and that they're a little petulant this time of year.
I can never keep these guys under control.
Norm, you are an absolute wild man.
Now, you recently gave a speech at the University of Iowa, and I'm told that 80% of the audience walked out. What could you possibly have said to them to make 80% of them walk out?
It wasn't a speech. It was like some stand-up.
Yeah, well, what did you say to them?
I was just talking, like, I don't have my stand-up act. I just talk about whatever I'm thinking about lately.
So
But at the time, it was about having sex with animals. But it wasn't, like, weird. It was like, I'm not in favor. I'm not in favor of it. But I was just talking about it because I thought it was odd, like they have a word for it, bestiality. And nobody I know has ever done it. Nobody I know, you know what I mean? I've never known anybody that's ever known anybody that's ever had sex with animals. But a lot of people are having sex with animals on account of they got that word, bestiality. It's in the dictionary. It ain't easy to get a word in the dictionary.
So somebody's doing it.
Somebody's got to be going, hey, man, even if some animals, hey, we got to come up with a word, whatever. So I can't remember what joke, but it was some joke about, like, I said, I feel sorry for the animal because, you know, they get to have sex with a super hot lady, and then the next day they bring him back to another pig. You know, because the pig initially, he was having sex with another pig. He didn't know. He was, hey, this is a nice looking thing. But then they go, you know. And then I also said I feel sorry for. Imagine if you watch one of those video, you know, of a guy, a pig having sex with a woman, and then you recognize that, hey, isn't that woman that wouldn't go out with me? It's just a harmless joke.
Now, you have children, right, by your previous marriage?
I have a boy. I have a little boy.
How old is he?
He's 8 years old.
Now, would you like him to go into stand-up?
Stand-up comedy?
Yeah.
It's
a good job, isn't it?
It's not. It's kind of tough on 8-year-olds.
Yeah, well, maybe when he got older.
Maybe when he gets older, you know.
Would you, if you went to see him talk and he told you that joke started telling you a joke about the pig, would you be offended or would you say, son, that's a great joke. I'm so proud I told you that joke.
I would laugh at that joke because it's not, as long as a joke doesn't promote a bad thing. You know, you can comment.
So this sort of
you can comment on a bad thing. You can do a joke about cigarettes. It doesn't mean you want people to smoke.
You're actually discouraging women from having sex with pigs, right?
Exactly. I am against it. I am solidly against it.
Well, on that note, thank you, Norm MacDonald, for being...
I like some pornography, you know. Sometimes I just get so repelled by it, you know. You ever have those friends of yours go, hey man, I got a video of a guy fucking a pig. You're like, yeah, I don't care. Yeah, it's on my computer. I'm a computer expert. Yeah, I'm right into the computer. I got snakes coming out of ladies' asses. I can show it to you. Come on in mine. I'm like, no, that's all right. I don't want to see it. Is a guy fucking a pig, man? I didn't even think that was real. You know, that's bestiality, right? That's what they call it. Bestiality. That's a real thing, man. I never heard of a dude doing that. Like, nobody. I know a lot of people, man. None of them, to my knowledge, have ever fucked an animal. You know what I mean? I never even heard a guy knew a guy. You know what I mean? But I know that people fuck animals on account of they got that word bestiality. You know what I mean? That's not easy, getting a fucking word. You know what I mean? It's hard getting a word going. They had to have calls at the goddamn dictionary office going, hey man, what the fuck am I supposed to say when I fuck my animal? I got no word for that. You guys gotta put a word there in the dictionary. I got some lobby going there because people are fucking animals. I don't understand. I feel sorry for the animal because that's not consenting. And, you know, also, man, can you imagine if you're a pig, you know, and you're having sex with a beautiful lady, right? And then afterwards, you got to go home and fuck a pig, right? Before you didn't know, you were like, hey, this pig's all right? You don't know it's a dirty pig. Then you're having sex with a beautiful lady, and then they're like, yeah, go fuck pigs again. You're like, you dirty bastard. You burned me. What if you're watching, get this man, what if you're watching one of those movies, right? And you're saying, hey man, there's a pig fucking a lady. And then you're like, hey, wait a second. That's that lady that wouldn't dance with me last Friday. She's fucking a pig, man. She wouldn't dance with me. It's terrible. Just dirty for no reason. But that computer stuff, that is just all filth, you know? I don't see anything. Everybody says, oh man, everything's gonna be different. Everything, if you get a computer, then I get a computer, I go, well, what the fuck do I do with it? They go, hey, you can email people. It's amazing. You write in there, and then it goes into people, and I'm like, well, what about a fucking phone, man? That seems more amazing to me. I hear a dude's voice in China. Right? They invented that like a couple hundred years ago. It could have been 2 million. Lord love it, Jack. But you know, no matter what your sexual proclivity, is that a word, proclivity? I know it's a word, but I don't know what it means. I only know 9-10 words, but I bank on other people not knowing them too. But whatever your sexual, as long as you don't, have sex with animals. I think that's terror. I think it's the wrong thing because they're not. Maybe they're consenting, but we don't know. The animals could be going, hey, I don't know why people are stopping this. I said yes. No means no. I said fucking oink. That's what I say when I want to get fucked. Oink. But since there's no way of telling if they're consenting. I'm like that Harvard professor, Art Miller, talking about law. But anyway, the point is this. The whole point is this. I don't know what that means. I just get one of those flashbacks.
I don't think be intimidated sexually unless it's by some sort of strata of being you don't typically want to have sex with, like a cow or a camel or, in my case, a man.
Yes.
That would be intimidating for me. I don't know how all of the orifices work.
Yeah. I think that's exactly the same.
With a camel.
Yeah. Well, I'm an old chunk of coal. I'm near 50.
Uh-huh.
I'm on the same Viagra dosage that they give to the donkey at the second show in Tijuana. I'm taking so many Viagra now. I'll tell you this.
What's that, Norm?
My doctor told me I'm on the same dose that they give to the donkey for the second show in Tijuana.
Okay, now listen.
For the second show, you know?
Why do I continue to have you on? And yet I love it.
No, the second show.
Why are they
Because have you ever-
prescribing it in such a responsible way? It's that terrible, detrimental act of bestiality. Don't give that donkey too much Viagra. We're not monsters. Right, now go and fuck that human being for the entertainment of the children of God.
It's been a while, and I still like the way you look at me.
What do you think is wronger?
Wrong in
more wrong. What do you think is more wrong? Having sex with a child, human being, or an adult pig?
Like, you've got to do one. That's the
You got to
options.
do one. Yeah, you're on a deserted
It's
island.
not me. It's some hypothetical
You're
person.
on a
I,
deserted
Russell
island
Brand,
with a
am
single tree.
elevated. It's
You're
not
on a-
me. It's this person called Doug.
Yeah.
I won't have sex with a child because I think the pig may not be as bothered as a child. I think it could have huge psychological impact on the child. So, out of compassion, I would advise Doug to do it with the pig and to leave the child alone because of the potential psychological impact. Even though the child's on a bloody island anyway, that's going to mess him up, all that Robinson Crusoe crap. Out on the farm, watching animals doing it in rural Canada. A moose being ransacked against some timber.
Sow.
A sow.
Sow.
They, listen.
We were pig farmers.
They're not gracious creatures when it comes to conjugal matters. I've recently had an
Worst
interaction.
oral sex you could imagine.
Horrible gums,
Yeah.
sort of yellowing molars. I would never engage in sex with anything porcine.
Well, if you're not homophobic, why not whack off your friend that's a gay guy? Like, what's stopping you? Or blowing him?
Well-
Or letting him fuck you in the ass? What's stopping you? You're not getting anything out of it, but he's having a hell of a time.
Come on, it would be like that. It is kind of gross, you know, if you're not into it, because it's like why not jerk your dog off? You know, your dog probably
Yeah,
likes
why
it,
not?
but that's because it's gross. Yeah, he's a weird one, man.
How many people, though,
Who knew?
seriously?
Wait,
No, I agree with you, it's gross, but do you think that happens a lot? Like lonely people and their dogs?
Jerking off their dogs?
Oh yeah, every time I
Fucking
see
their
a
dogs?
woman walking down the street with a real big dog, I'm like, oh, they're going out.
Women?
No, they get their dogs to either go down on them. You know, Judd Apatow recently, and I'm apologizing to him.
Oh, but his dog is
No.
sexy.
If you could boil your Wikipedia entry down to a one-sentence bio, what would it be?
He was. That has a subject and a predicate.
Please send help. Please send help. I don't feel like I belong here. I belong here. No, wish I could change myself. Change myself. It can get so strange.
You're dead. The hell I am, they'll see. I'd heard this kind of talk before. How I'm finished. Through. Obsolete, passé, yesterday's news. A has-been, a fossil. Well, I'll have you know, I'm just as relevant today as I was 25 years ago. No, my agent laughs through the phone like it's the greatest joke in the world. Check your Wikipedia page. You're dead, all right.
Norm MacDonald was just on David Letterman.
I heard he cried. He was so upset.
He cried, and it was like really like beautiful.
Yeah.
But he had a great joke about like I don't know if you guys are here. He goes, I got no problem with North Korea. I never lay in bed. They try to scare you on the news, you know. He goes, but I never woke up like North Korea. I hope they don't get me, you know. And like nobody really laughed, but did you hear Letterman like cackling in the background? And you realize it's just with Norm. It's all you are being fucking played. When you think he's bombing, it's all a big setup to the fucking. In a year, he's gonna have the perfect special ever.
You might as well sit with Norm and just keep a smile on your face because you don't know where you are in the joke.
He goes, I'm not afraid of Iran, you know, or Iraq or North Korea, you know. I'll tell you a country I don't like. It's Germany. I don't know if you guys are history buffs, but at the beginning of our last century, Germany decided to have a war against the world. And what's weird is it was close. You think like it'd be like 5-minute war, you know, but it was actually it was almost tied. And about 50 years go by, and Germany goes, "Hey, let's have another war against the world." And they almost won that one too. Because you would think everybody in the world would go, "Hey, Germany, we're not going to let you have a country anymore. Who are you, Mars?" Just fucking. I just love it. Was you would think it'd be over in 5 minutes, but it was close.
Did you hear him talking on the Russell Brand podcast with him and Russell Brand when he was talking about how he was at the party or when he played the White House Correspondents' Dinner?
Yeah.
And Larry Flint said,
"I'll take care of you." Right?
I'll take care of you. And he goes, when a guy says, "I'll take care of you," you know, you think you're going to get like, if he owns a grocery store, you think you're going to get some vegetables. But Larry Flint, you know, you think you're going to get some crazy kooky girl and you're going to get to have sex with her. And then Larry Flint's going to come in his wheelchair just whacking off.
But he does like an impression. The guy jacking off. Larry Flint fucking. That was an amazing experience watching Russell Brand and Norm MacDonald, because in my opinion, I think you and I are kind of together on this, two of the most beautiful human beings, comedically, aesthetically, just to look at. Like, you just look at Norm, you kind of can't stop looking at him. Like, people go like, "Hey, Norm," but like, nah, if you look at Norm MacDonald, if I just showed you a photo of Norm MacDonald, you know who he was, and I'm like, "Oh, you don't remember this guy from the Cary Grant movies?" You wouldn't go like, "No, what?" Like, he's gorgeous. And like Russell Brand, people like write him off.
Norm on his video cast, he's got this running thing where he'll like explain like a serial killer, and he just draws everybody in. And it's not until you see like 2 years. It's like a joke for him and Adam Egget.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, "Hey, this guy, I've been in Ontario. I'm an old chunk of coal, Anthony, but there was a man murdered his entire family. When the police got to him, his wife's innards were soup, like a stew. He was eating his bride, you know. And then he winds up killing a few policemen and takes a few children, and there's a crawl space. I know what this crawl space is. That's where I mean, this guy sounds like a real jerk." That's the whole punchline.
Yeah.
But it goes on for like 8 minutes just so he can go, "I mean, this guy sounds like a real jerk."
I'm pretending I know who Albert Gray is. I didn't.
No, Albert Fish.
Oh.
You're a New Yorker. So anyways, he was a child rapist and cannibal, as I explained.
When he says child
Jesus
rapist, you try not to
Christ.
laugh when he looks at you.
Oh, come on, man. It's not funny.
I know it's not, but I know you want people to laugh.
Fish chose his victims. He only chose victims who were either mentally handicapped. Now, don't laugh at this next part, please.
But you know he wants you to, right?
No. If you laugh at this next part.
Okay. And I'm not
Fish chose victims who were either mentally handicapped or African American. Oh, come on. Why would you think that's funny? God damn, Fred. Jesus Christ, that was the worst part of the story. But why do you think he did that? What would be the explanation? Why would he only attack? Why would his victims that he chose only be either mentally handicapped or African Americans?
Because people in those days didn't care when those people were vanished.
You're
right.
thinking like Albert Fish now.
And prostitutes. That's why they kill prostitutes.
Exactly. Nobody really cares about prostitutes. But you're exactly right. That's why Albert Fish killed only mentally handicapped and African Americans.
What about, okay.
I thought you'd laugh at African Americans again, that they were.
No, because I know him. I know he'll do something. That's outrageous.
Well, it's kind of outrageous. Fish was finally arrested, and he immediately began confessing to killing 700 children.
Get out of here.
Yes. I mean, this guy was a real jerk.
Now I know there was no Albert Fish.
So I didn't always come in with like full sketches, whereas Tom, I remember Tom was a guy who would always come in with like
Norm
solid.
MacDonald was that guy. You guys didn't have to pitch to like an oligarch. Like you didn't have like a guy you had to pitch to.
No.
You had autonomy pretty much, right?
Right, but that's why
until they asked you to have a recurring sketch and you shoved up their ass and dipped my balls in it. It's so all right, you know what? Fuck it. Go to YouTube and just type in "dip my balls in it."
Last Supper. Put Louis in the Last Supper.
Louis in the Last Supper. But really, you got to see Burning Love, you guys. And we're gonna talk a lot about it. But we all had to pitch to Lorne, and then I realized early that I would pitch all like my real ideas and like I wanted to impress everybody, and I would give like, and then this happens, and then this is the joke, and then this is, and the big twist is this at the end. So then when it got to the table for table read in front of like 40 people, no one laughed because I did the sketch in the room, and then I realized like a couple months in there was the art of the fake pitch, and like Kevin Nealon and Norm MacDonald, it was like a contest every week to see who could come up with the fucking weirdest fake pitch that the host believed was actually happening, and the rest of the room knew. We all knew it wasn't. Lorne knew it wasn't.
That's awesome.
But I remember like Kevin Nealon every week would do 2 fake pitches and go, also I have this idea where you live at the top of one of those runaway truck ramps, you know, in your house all the way up there, and just it's like dinner time. A truck comes flying through your house, man. And the host would go, yeah, this is funny. I mean, but every week. And we would all just be laughing so hard. And the host is looking around like, yeah, that is funny, right? But we're laughing because the host is a fucking moron. And then Norm, I remember, it was Bob Newhart goes, I got this idea. People always confuse literally and figuratively. A guy will go, hey, how was that movie you just saw, you know? And I go, oh, my God. It was so funny. I literally laughed my head off. But he didn't, you know, because he's got a head still. And Bob Newhart just stared at Norm like, that's the stupidest shit I ever heard. And then Norm, like a dog with a chew toy, was like, I'm not leaving this room until, like, they fucking locked the doors like a prison movie.
He's going to break them?
Like, yeah. And he goes, or you go, hey, how's your wife? Well, she literally died. When she got your message, she literally dropped dead right there on the floor. She's died. She literally died, and now he's moving like closer.
Did Newhart break at a certain point?
Yeah, eventually he just fucking won. And then that week, Norm did a sketch where he was Charles Kuralt, and he was the only. It was just Charles Kuralt alone talking to camera, and we're all like in full Charles Kuralt makeup, unrecognizable, and you're like, how the fuck do you, like, his fake sketches were better than anything I ever actually got on air.
He's amazing, isn't he? He's an amazing guy.
He is amazing.
He's the best sketch that never got on the air in my entire time at Saturday Night Live, which is only 40 episodes, was Norm MacDonald's game show, Name 2. Hey, Jimmy. Steve Allen is in the Guinness Book of World Records, rating over 4,000 songs for that new car. Name 2.
Name 2 of who?
Steve Allen is in the Guinness Book. Now, Kate Bush is in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame ballot, you know, for being a Rock and Roll Hall of Fame worthy lady. She's written over 600 songs. Name 2. Ding, 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 ding. Name 2. What a great fucking sketch.
That's a great sketch. Why didn't it get on? I'll read your book.
Who knows? I don't know why.
I'll read your book.
I heard for like 2 years, I'd go to a comedy club and they'd go, yeah, Norm was here last week. It was pretty fucking weird, dude. And I'm like, what? And my wife and I would like go like, what's going on with, like, I hope he's okay, you know? And then you see his Comedy Central special. Perfect.
Right.
So the joke's on everybody across the country. Like, yeah, he was really weird. He's got these other guys following him. Like every town had a different, like, I think he was super high. And another town's like, he really gambled. And another town, he came in with 19 men. Like weird, like that strange. Like he made us bathe, like he had to be bathed, or he wanted something for his feet. And then just, you know, you see his Comedy Central special, perfect. My father died. My grandfather died. My great-grandfather died. To the best of my knowledge, he's dead, you know. I come from a long line of death. And you're just like, this is perfect comedy. So, however it works for you, I guess.
Yeah.
I was driving from Quebec City back to Montreal, because when you do that festival, the Montreal Festival, I would get too drunk, and I'm like, I need to get out of here. I don't want to be
drive.
I don't want to be no, I just don't want to be the drunk comedian anymore. So I was like, I'm going to go to Quebec City during the day and have a day. And I was driving back to Montreal to do shows that night, and I was listening to Norm's album just called Me Doing Stand Up, and I fucking had to pull over so I didn't crash my car.
No room for improvement.
No, I almost crashed my car. I was laughing so hard.
It's 16 ounces of water in like a 10-ounce glass, and it never just like.
I was like,
my grandfather died, my great-grandfather died.
Yeah.
You know, my father. He goes on. I come from a long line of death.
Yeah, no, that was
And,
it
like,
was
the
that
cancer,
part.
it's a
He's
draw.
like, everybody's afraid of a terrorist. Yeah, it's your heart is what's going to attack and kill you. Like your heart. And the funniest joke is when he goes, the only way to stop your heart from attacking you is to attack your heart with a defibrillator.
We're not doing this justice at all. And
No.
it's funny because like people that don't just get it, you're not going to convince them.
No.
By sharing it.
You just got to listen to that album. So funny.
What was it like? Hey, he lost his long battle with. Finally lost his courageous battle with cancer.
Yeah.
All right, but if he dies, the cancer dies. That's a draw.
Yeah, it's such a good.
Or like alcoholism's not a disease. Like my uncle's got bowel cancer. I have searing pain. What are your symptoms? You're real happy. Sometimes I meet somebody else's disease and we fuck. He had a great Norm story. When he's, he had a great story. He was opening for Norm in San Francisco, and Norm goes, "Hey, we're in San Francisco, so don't do any of that fag shit, And he's like, "What?" And he goes, San Francisco. There's a lot of gay guys here. They live here in San Francisco. So just when you go up there, don't do any of that fag shit." And Artie's like, "All right," like didn't plan on it. And then Artie does 20 minutes. Norm goes up and goes, "Hey, what's with his AIDS?" They say it's like the worst disease in the world, But I saw on the news today, AIDS does not discriminate, and that's nice.
Oh, no.
So I don't know why is it so bad. Hey, don't do any of that fag shit. So maybe if Norm was on the set of Suddenly Susan, he could be like, "You're a homophobe. You're not holding Maddie's hand." Last time I got heckled bad was at Motor City Casino in Detroit. And I was doing Norm MacDonald. But the thing about the Norm MacDonald impression is
you're at the Motor City Casino in Detroit.
Hey, man,
So-
I'm down. I love the D.
Yeah.
But I'm doing Norm. But the thing about a Norm impression is you have to ramble and circle it back around. Like it's got to get a little uncomfortable.
Right.
And I was doing Demi Moore. Oh my God, Demi Moore went to the hospital for that exhaustion there. Exhaustion. Oh my God. I go where I'm exhausted, John. Home. Whenever I'm tired. I never went to the hospital. And it's this whole long thing about being on a construction site. And me and my friend John and Eric, like, hey, what do you say after work? We go to the emergency room to rest, and I just keep going and going. And like right next to me, like right there, she goes, "What the fuck is he talking about?" And I go, there's always one cunt, And I did it in the impression. And that person emailed me on my website and said, "I was the cunt. I'm sorry,
funny.
but I was really confused."
Oh,
and
that's-
everyone explained to me what was happening. Should I close with Norm, a paragraph from his book about Don Rickles?
Yeah, close with that.
As Norm.
Yes.
Okay. Because it is. I was at a hotel reading that off my iPad. I laughed so hard, I fell on the ground.
I don't doubt this.
My wife came in the other room because she thought I was having an actual heart attack. Because apparently I was just making gasping sounds and kicking things over.
Oh, that's perfect.
You want to hear part of Norm? By the way, Norm's book, based on a true story, Norm MacDonald, is a must, and you have not read it.
I haven't read it. I see it. I'm on planes. It's my next buy for sure.
So it's about Don Rickles. This is Norm MacDonald's book. If you want to put a link up at jmoore.com, since Brooks doesn't sell anything, and a link to Brooks' Instagram at jmoore.com.
Oh, no, you can buy my album.
This is cool, right?
Yeah, my album's called This Is Cool, right? It's been
I
out.
love that album.
Thank you, Jay. It's very
Great
nice.
title, too.
What a delight. Thank you.
He was a big Rickles fan. He saw him on The Tonight Show his whole life, right? And he's on the set of Dirty Work, Don Rickles to Norm MacDonald. So I approached him the first day in the makeup trailer, and I introduced myself. I said, "I just want to tell you, Mr. Rickles, I feel so honored that you'd agree to be in the film, and I thank you from the bottom of my heart."
he shook my hand. That's very nice, Norm. By the way, I spoke to the home. Your room will be ready Tuesday. The trailer erupted in laughter, and I felt rage deep in my soul. And I saw myself in the mirror, and I saw that my face was beet red. I wasn't on any waiting list for any type of home, as Mr. Rickles was clearly suggesting, you know. I'm losing the impression, but I swallowed my anger. And I was determined to find the real man through my own kindness and love. Mr. Rickles, I'd be honored if I could take you out to one of Toronto's finest restaurants and buy you dinner tonight. You know? I have a better idea, Norm. Why don't you go to a shed in the desert with a rake and go brap?
Go brap. It's literally capital.
Yeah, I get a better idea, Norm. Why don't you go to a shed in the desert with a rake and go brap? Now, this awful classless burping noise got the cheap laugh I'm sure Mr. Rickles is used to, but not from me. I could feel myself beginning to shake with rage. Now, I'm going to read to you the part where I was so happy to meet and reach the real Don Rickles, and I said, anything you want to do, what would you like, sir? Well, Norm, he says, I'd like you to get a monkey and an organ grinder and run around the room going, I lost my sack, I lost my sack. And then Mr. Rickles then pranced around the makeup trailer doing a grotesque pantomime of me searching for a missing sock.
What is he talking?
It's fucking fiction.
I know.
Like in the beginning, the first chapter, he's like, him and Lorne Michaels are smoking opium. And it's the most genius thing, because any fucking story, nobody can sue him.
Yeah.
Like, who's the guy, Dick Ebersol, can't do shit about what Norm wrote in here, because Norm's like, wait a minute, me and Lorne were at a whorehouse smoking crack. Don Rickles was doing a grotesque pantomime of me searching for a missing sock, you know. And I fled the makeup trailer. I took a nice long walk trying to compose myself. I think it was the comment about losing my sock and then running around telling everyone that hurt the most. It's fucking... oh my God. We're crazy people.
It's so funny.
But people listening are like, I don't even know why that's funny.
No, exactly. I saw him in Cedar Rapids.
Brap.
Yeah. He said brap. Dude.
Everyone that meets you does an impression of you.
What?
You're one of those guys that you make such an impression on people that everyone that meets you does a Norm MacDonald.
I don't care for any of those impressions, by the way. This is what I get. I do a perfect you. I go, all right, let's hear it. Hey, how you doing? Hey, I can do an impression of myself.
Yeah.
Hey, what's going on? Hey, hey. That's the impression.
I've never heard you say that. Hey, what's going on?
Hey, what's going on? Hey.
Sounds like you doing an impression of Brewer doing an impression of you.
Hey, Dave Jigman, yeah.
Well, the U.S. Olympic Committee announced that both Nancy Kerrigan and Tanya Harding will go on to the Olympics in Norway next month. However, in light of the recent events, Harding will be sent immediately to the penalty box for high sticking. In any event, the Nancy Kerrigan story continues to fascinate America. Here with a comment is Update correspondent Norm MacDonald. Norm?
Thank you. Well, like all of you, I was absolutely horrified by the assault on skater Nancy Kerrigan last week. No one could possibly condone the idea of clubbing a young woman on the knee like that. But on the other hand, does anyone really like figure skating? The person or persons responsible for this mindless attack should be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. But it does seem like figure skating is on TV way too much. Now, I, for one, am beginning to feel that this brutal assault is more than an isolated incident. Our society is rapidly falling apart, and this attack is just another symptom, like that Brian Boitano guy. I mean, what the hell's the story with him? You know, if he's such a good skater, why didn't he just play hockey? In any case, I think it's time that we come together as a society and make it clear that we're not going to tolerate thugs solving their problems with violence. And we're not going to tolerate TV executives who make us watch hours and hours of figure skating when there are good hockey games not even being televised. Now, I'm not going to get into that age-old argument of which is worse, violence or figure skating. I mean, that's not going to solve anything. They're both unacceptable and they should be eliminated. And then maybe one day we'll live in a world where we can walk our streets without being terrorized, and we can watch our TVs without seeing that Brian Boitano guy hopping around. Thank you, Kevin.
Norm MacDonald, ladies and gentlemen. Well, Whitewater continues to dominate the headlines and is the subject of tonight's homophobic perspective. Here is update correspondent and homophobic guy, Norm MacDonald. Norm?
Thank you, Kevin. Thank you. First of all, let me say I have nothing against homosexuals. I think homosexuals are no better or worse than any of the rest of us. I just happen to be afraid of them. It's no big deal. Now, I'm here to talk tonight about this so-called Whitewater scandal. You know, unless you've been living in a cave for the past year, I'm sure you're familiar with every tedious and confusing detail. Does the media really believe that the American people even care about some land deal that took place over 15 years? Hey, Kevin, can you give me a little room here?
What?
I'm trying to do this Whitewater thing, you know, you're kind of close.
You're sitting exactly where all the update correspondents sit, Norm.
Oh, is that right, huh? Well, that works out good for you then, doesn't it? Wonder who came up with that policy, huh? Anyways, my point is that I think it's about time the media began giving the same kind of coverages to issues like health care. Did you just move closer to me?
What? No.
It looks like you're closer.
No, Norm, I'm in precisely the same place. Now just get on with your editorial.
Hey, maybe we should share a chair. Is that better for you? We could sit in the same chair? Maybe that'd be better. Save on chairs. That could be your new policy. Man. Anyways, the media, I have always felt, should not shape public sentiment, but rather reflect it. And I think that in the case of Whitewater, the public is saying loudly and clear, can I help you?
What?
Is there something I can help you with?
No, look, Norm, okay, I've had about enough of this, all right? So why don't you just do me a favor and finish your editorial, please?
All right, hey, maybe you could do me a favor, too. How'd that be? Maybe you could gaze lovingly into somebody else's eyes for 5 seconds. Would that be all right? Anyways, the media has always served an important role in this society, and that has been the role of watchdog. But who, I ask you, who is watching the watchdog? I mean, we all know who's watching my crotch, right? It's Buddy Boy over here, but no president has ever undergone the intense scrutiny that Bill Clinton has. I wonder how well any of us would fare if our lives were placed under the magnifying glass. I thought you were married or something.
I am married. But look, Norm, I've had it. Obviously, you're implying something about my sexuality, and why don't you just come right out and say it?
No, I'm not implying anything. I'm talking about Whitewater. I'm not implying anything. Why don't you just go over some of your fake news, and I'll finish up here.
No, I don't think so, pal. Just say what you have to say in my face. Be a man.
I am a man. I'm a man. I'm a man. I am a man. I'm just saying that you're kind of that way, right? I mean, there's nothing wrong with it, but you prefer your own gender, that's all. You partake of the love that dare not speak its name, right? That's all right. That's no problem. I mean, you find the idea of being with a woman abhorrent to your very core. That's okay. You know, you're homosexual, right? You're gay. I mean, you're a gay man, right?
No.
No. Methinks thou doth protest too much.
Look, why don't you just leave?
Fine with me.
Norm MacDonald, everybody. Michael Jackson was in a Denver courtroom this week. He's being sued by a woman who claims the pop star stole her song Dangerous. Here with a comment is update correspondent Norm MacDonald. Norm, what do you got?
Thank you, Kevin. Well, I'm getting sick and tired of people attacking Michael Jackson, impugning his integrity and damaging his reputation. I don't believe a word of it. Now, I'm not saying that Michael Jackson is perfect, far from it. He may well be guilty of methodically seducing a string of young boys. I'll give you that. But Michael Jackson is no plagiarist. It's just not in his character. Now, let's look at the facts. This 40-year-old woman claims that Michael stole her song. Now ask yourself, where would Michael Jackson come into contact with a 40-year-old woman? He hangs out with young boys. He's a child molester, for God's sakes. It's ridiculous. And I, for one, am getting tired of people dragging his name through the mud. But this woman apparently wants to make a few bucks, and she doesn't care who she hurts in the process. Isn't it odd that she's the only one who's ever accused Michael of song stealing? That we've never heard this accusation from anyone close to Michael? Like his maids and butlers and bodyguards and the children he regularly has sex with? Isn't that a little odd? But I guess the facts don't matter very much in the dirty little game of character assassination. You see, even if Michael is vindicated in court, as I'm sure he will be, he'll always carry this with him. He'll no longer be Michael Jackson, the child-molesting superstar. He'll be Michael Jackson, the song stealer. I feel sorry for Michael. But you know who I feel more sorry for? Is the children. The children around the world who look up to Michael as a role model, who performs original material and sometimes has sex with them. Maybe they are the real victims of this frivolous lawsuit. Thank you, Kevin.
Thank you, Norm.
Allegedly.
Norm MacDonald, ladies and gentlemen.
I think we know the alleged thing.
Maybe I'm old-fashioned, you know? But, like, you tell me, because you're a gay guy. But I go into a gym. I go into workout. You know what I mean? I want to work out, and I want to get my pecs and lats and shit like that, right? You know what I'm talking about. Mm-hmm. But then I go into the locker room. Now, the last thing I want to see there is some guy's fucking hot, beautiful asshole.
But anyways, I went to my trainer. Oh, God. I don't work out. I'm a weak man. You know that, Dennis.
Well, listen, you and I were on the Mount Olympus of weakness.
And not just physically.
Oh, no, in every way.
In every single way. So I told the guy that, and he said he couldn't do anything except for the physical part. But I don't know if he was the best trainer anyway. He was smoking a butt the whole time.
No, that's not good.
That's just a joke. He was a big guy. And but I told him, I said, look, I don't want be big like you. You know, I don't want veins. I have no use for that in my arms, you know, or abs. I don't want abs. I don't even know quite what they are. All I know is they were invented around the 80s. And I don't even know what you do when you get them. You know what I mean? Because you got to wear a shirt. You know. You just go to work and go, hey, you want to see these things on my belly? Everybody's like, no. But so I told the guy, I said that I'm here for one reason and one reason only. I want to have one hot ass. But this guy explained to me, it was horrible. First he puts me on a treadmill, and they really should give that a better name too, a treadmill. You know, it's so. And it's exactly what it is. You're just, you just...
Yeah, you're like a beast of burden at that point.
Yeah, just trudging. You get real tired and you go nowhere, you know? I get enough of that in my real life, you know?
Me too.
Yeah, sure. Then he puts me on one of those weight machines, you know?
Yeah. Which weight machine exactly? Free weights or some sort of...
No, it's a real modern gym.
Oh, I see.
With the machines. I can't explain all of this because I've only been to the
just
gym
your first day, right?
But it was a thing where I had to push up, you know, real hard with my arms, you know, these plates, you know.
Who needs it?
And so I hit the wall after about one, right? And the guy wanted me to do 20, you know. So he's like, you can do it, you know. So I proved him wrong. So my arm hurts. That's the long and the short of it, Dennis, is that my arm hurts. So I'm not
Why only one? Why only one arm?
I don't know. That's an interesting question. But it's the back. It's not the bicep. You know.
No.
It's the opposite one.
Mm-hmm.
And as they said in the Friends of Eddie Coyle, it hurts like a bastard.
Now, do you feel comfortable jumping into the common shower after a workout at a health club, Norman? Is that something you'd be comfortable with, or no?
No. You know,
No.
Listen, if I go to a gym, I go to a gym to work out. You know what I mean?
Right.
And then I don't like that thing where you go into the thing and everybody's naked, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Because I go there, I just want to get in, towel off, and go out. You know, the last thing I want to do is stare at some guy's beautiful ass for 20 minutes, you know?
We've got a theme here today.
I know, eh? It is leaning heavily on that word.
There's a narrative. There's a through line.
You know what I mean? Like, I go there, I do the curls, I do this thing here.
Literally do
that
none
gets
of
the
those
chest,
things,
and I go like this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't want to be in the fucking locker room hiding behind a fucking thing, staring at the guy's beautiful balls from behind. You know what I mean? I got no time for that shit. I went to Brokeback Mountain, and I thought it was a Western. Fucking tell me it's a Western. No, I'm not. Watching it, and I'm like, where's the guy? I want to see a guy with a white hat and a guy with a black hat, and I want to see them shooting each other up in front of the saloon, you know? Last thing I want to see is a close-up of a beautiful hot cock slipping into an asshole. Now, they didn't show that in the movie, but why not? If they're going to make a movie, make it right.
It's nobody's business but ours.
This is a one-shot thing we got going on here.
You know, it could be like this always.
So I want to be in the back cheering, go, go, Sheriff. You'll get the fucking townsfolk behind you. You know, when it really comes down to it, I don't want to be fucking whacking off on some fucking guy in front of me and come all over him, and then he's got to come all over him, and then he's young, and then who's the homophobe, right? This guy is so fucking unsure of his sexuality. He's mad at me because I jizzed all over his face.